Big Mo here with another anticipated review. I finally got the Ecto one in, and you can see the box is absolutely enormous, so I'm looking forward to getting into this. Thanks, George. Just jumped off the box. We'll have a quick look inside to see how it came packed. I was quite happy with how this is packaged. It's got some packaging in there to protect it. So what I'll do is I'll pull it out and we'll have a look at the art box before we assemble the Ecto one. Okay, here's a good look at the art box, and it looks like the box survived the trip, which was good. Can't see any damage. Blitzway did a really nice job on the artwork on this. Looks pretty schmick. If I go around the other side, you can see there's a bit of information as well about the Ecto one, which is good. And a picture of the back of the car. But yeah, I've seen lots of pictures of this online and lots of reviews, and you know that the box is going to be pretty big, but you don't realise how big until you've actually got it in hand. So now we need to open it up and make sure that the precious cargo inside is undamaged. Let's take a look. Here we go, people. It's been years in the making. I've finally unpacked the Ecto one. It arrived this morning. It's been my most anticipated delivery in quite a long time. I got the Ghostbusters, I reckon maybe 2 years ago now, and the Ecto one was delayed at least a year, I think. So happy to finally have this in my collection. So I'll have a bit of a look at it. I know there's been a lot of reviews on YouTube, so I'm a bit late to the party with this, but it took a while for it to come out to Australia, unfortunately. But now that we've finally got it, we can have a bit of a closer look. So yeah, look, first impressions, wow, the size is incredible. You just don't realise how big this thing is until you see it in hand. I know, everyone's saying how big it is, but not until you have it in hand, you don't realise the actual size of this. So the car itself is about 1.2 metres long. With the tailgate open, as I've got displayed here, you need a display space of about 1.4 metres. And the reason I've got the tailgate open is I'm going to go with this look, I guess with my diorama display with the proton packs in the back of the stretcher there. And I've got Winston, he's about to lift a proton pack up and put it on his back. So I thought that's the look I'm going to go for. So yeah, I'm going to need a display area of about 1.4 meters as a minimum. So I haven't worked out how I'm going to display this yet. For those of you that have seen my Jurassic Park diorama display, you can see what I've done there. I actually got 2 pillars with a nice piece of timber across the top, and that gave me a space of about 1.6 meters. So I'm probably going to do the same with this. I'm going to maybe get a couple more pillars. I'll get a nice piece of timber so I can create a space of about 1.6 meters so I can display this, because it does deserve to be displayed in a really nice place. Especially, obviously the money you spend on this, you want to be able to make sure that it's displayed nicely. So the car itself's got quite a bit of weight to it. The top of it here, all the equipment at the top you have to install. The installation on this probably took me about 20 minutes, but it wasn't too hard. You just follow the instructions, you connect all the wires, and it's now all together. So I'm also pleased to report that it looks like I've got a good one as far as quality control goes. I've seen a lot of reviews on YouTube with doors that don't close properly, lights that don't work, stickers bubbling and so forth. I've had a good look over this Ecto, and I'm pleased to report everything looks to be really, really well made. The doors are closing fine, all the lights are working, which is great. All the stickers look really good. They're put on really well. No bubbling. So I'm really happy with how this one has turned out. I'm glad I was able to get a good one. So yeah, the wait was definitely worth it. So the detail is incredible, as I'm sure you know. Blitzway did an excellent job. You lift the bonnet up, The engine detail is incredible. The tyres are rubber. The tyres are actually huge, believe it or not. You got your white wall tyres there. And also the detail on the electronics are incredible. I'll just show you some of the light features at the front here. You can see there, you've got, the headlights flashing. You've also got the strobes flashing, which I love. I love the strobe effects. They're actually quite bright, which is good. And you've also got the fog lights underneath as well, which has come out well. You've got a blue blinking light there. I'll go around the back of it. The back looks really good. The rear lights, I mean, look, they don't make rear lights like that anymore, do they, on cars? How futuristic did that look back in the day? They look really good. But I'll just come around here and you can see the rear lights and how they work. So yeah, absolutely sensational. I mean, I'm very grateful Blitzway made this. To buy 1/6 scale vehicles these days is extremely hard. I think the last one that got released was the Hot Toys DeLorean, and that came out years and years ago. So there's obviously, it's obviously difficult to make, pieces in this scale. So I think I'm going to be always grateful that Blitzway was able to make and design something like this for Ghostbusters fans. I know there's a lot of us out there. I think there's a lot of people that have bought this Ecto one. I'd love to know how many they made, but they're not numbered. So the way I've got the Ghostbusters set up here, I don't know how I'm going to display it when I finally get a place for this. I'm going to have a bit of a play with, I guess, the diorama and see what I'm going to do. One thing you notice is I don't have the display stands on the Ghostbusters because I think they're quite ugly. So I've been able to get them to stand without the display stands, but I want to make sure that I do find a good home for these, so there's no risk of them toppling over, I guess. You can see the way I've got Venkman here. Got Venkman just holding the door open. I thought that's a pretty good look for him. I've tried to spread out the Ghostbusters around the car to make it a real diorama effect. You can see some more light up features there in the car, which look really, really good. Some flashing lights. The detail inside the car looks fantastic. I'll see if we can have a bit of a look there, but the seats look worn. They look like they've been sat in. You can see the indentation there. The steering wheel's got a nice like a wooden effect. Detail on the dash is incredible. It's even got pedals, which is really good. There's a little phone in the back in the second row here. There's a little phone that you can pull out and it's corded, so that's a quite neat little accessory there. I'll just go and have a look at this pull-out trolley as well. I love this. So the way I've got this displayed is I've got two wheels on the ground and I've got the other two wheels actually laying flat in the trolley. In the car. So you've got multiple ways that you can display this Ecto one in the Ghostbusters. So it's only up to your imagination, really. And I've seen some pretty good displays out there. Positives for me, definitely the size of this thing is incredible. I've got a pretty well made one, so I'm pretty happy with that. All the bits fit correctly, which is great. Now the negatives, obviously there's a couple of negatives, which I'm sure fans of this car would know about. So the first one is the media player. They didn't do a really good job with the media player. In fact, when this was first advertised, I believe they did say that this would come with built-in music and siren effects. And unfortunately, that wasn't the case. So what you need to do is get your own SD card. You've got to load the music up. And then the worst thing though is it's not a powered media player. So you've actually got to power it yourself using maybe a power bank or a laptop or something like that. So I was really disappointed with the media player. I think Blitzway could have done a much better job in supplying the music. There's the media player there. See in the background there. I think it would have been really simple just to have an on-off button just for the siren effects. That would have been really, really easy for them to do. So I don't know why they ended up going down this road. But so that's one of the negatives. And then the other negative is the noise that these sirens make when they're running. The motors, they're just the sound is unbearable. It's actually, it's put it this way, it's a feature that I don't want to use because it just distracts from the car for me. So I don't think I'll ever want to show the rotating lights feature on this to anybody because it's just, to be honest, it's just embarrassing. So I'm really disappointed with that. So they're the two things. They're the only two things I can fault with the car is the rotating light noise and the media player, which has been well documented in other reviews. Other than that, absolutely love having this piece in my collection. Knowing about those two negatives, would I still buy this car? Absolutely. Without a doubt. When I first saw this at Comic-Con, the way that this was set up, the Ecto and the Ghostbusters, definitely wanted to add this to my collection. I'm a massive Ghostbusters fan, fan of those 80s movies. So I'm ecstatic to have this in my collection. It's something that won't be leaving me anytime soon. And I just got to find out how I'm going to display this and where I'm going to put it. Because it is a beast, make no mistake about it. Make sure you've got the display space if you're going to try to get one of these cars. That's the Ecto 1. I hope you sort of enjoyed that quick overview. I wanted to just quickly show you how I'm probably going to set the Ghostbusters up. I tried to put everything on for you, including the proton packs. Got all these proton packs lit up for you so you can have another good look. How good is that? I mean, I think I mentioned in a previous video, one of the best light up features I've ever seen on a 1/6 scale figure. So it's hats off to Blitzway for what they've been able to create here. They've done a sensational job. So look, I hope you liked that quick look at the Ecto 1. Please comment below. Let me know what you think of these poses that I've done with the Ghostbusters. If you come up with any ideas, please let me know. Hit subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and I'll be posting a lot more videos in the coming weeks. Thanks for watching.